tell me about the story and how you got it and what you wanted to do with it, because it's a true story.
Well, it started possibly when, I mean, I was asked a question recently, and it's a question I've never been asked before. When did you first encounter or was conscious about slavery? And I can never remember. As a child, as a person. All I can remember, if anything, was a sense of shame, a sense of, embarrassment, really. And I think at that stage, in life as a child, you you start off immediately asking questions about your environment because of that starting point. Anyway, fast forward. At a certain point, I wanted to make a movie about slavery because, for me, there was a hole in the canon of cinema about this particular subject. It wasn't referenced, it wasn't there for me. I wanted to sort of investigate that. I wanted to sort of find out about that in a way which wasn't sort of predicting, or sort of putting my stencil on it, but actually finding out, investigating it. And what happened was that I had this idea of a free man who was living in the North, but who was pulled into slavery. And what happened was I was speaking to my wife, who's a historian, banker, stick to my wife, and she said to me, well, why don't you sort of look at true accounts of slavery? Duh, okay. And we both did some research, and then she found this book, which is called 12 Years a Slave. And she said to me, I think I got it. And it was a total understatement. And what was so fascinating when I had it in my hand, I was turning over the pages of the book, was that every page was a revelation. How did I not know this book? But then I realized all the people I knew didn't know this book. I live in Amsterdam. What was interesting for me reading this book was it read like Anne Frank's diary, the first-hand account of slavery. And then I made it my passion to sort of, make that book into a film.